Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Arizona Cardinals. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Defense.
They'll run on first down. Aiken, and he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Perkins. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On first down, Aiken. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Ready.
6, Mike, 56. I got you, boy. Watch twist.
Yeah.
Operating from the gun, Perkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. First carry for Darius Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Haskins to throw, and this one complete to Reed. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 2. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Redskins.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A
first carry now for Thompson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
check, 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 check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come on, QB, come on.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground game now with Geis. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
On the ready.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
I got you.
Smooth. Speak up.
Looking to throw on second down. Perkins. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. But now it's 3rd down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, Richard. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Perkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 25-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, D.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
X3. 218. Chopper. Ready.
Off the bootleg. Perkins. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On the draw, Richard. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
Makes the score Redskins 10, Cardinals 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked to his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corner blitz by Josh Norman works like a charm. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
We ain't beginning
Speed grip.
From the gun, Perkins. He finds Taylor, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf.
Give me that ball, defense.
Hit it.
On first down, Perkins. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. On first and 10, Perkins. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It's now second and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Defense, let's go. Alert 3, alert 3.
Now.
To throw again, Perkins. And that is incomplete, 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Tyler Eifert. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
Ready.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Perkins. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Haskins will throw. Completes it to Lee. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Hey, switch gears. Switches.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Haskins on first down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Haskins to throw on second down. That is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
And I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Ready.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, Richard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing pass.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the third quarter in Carson. The Jets have just scored, so they've taken the lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Back to the ground on first, it's Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins complete. Richardson has it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Haskins. And he's going to go down again. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Justin Hopkins on for the field goal.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2nd and 3. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Matthew Ioannidis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jonathan Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. 25.
It's Geis on the counter. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 29, Haskins. Lee's got it over the middle. A Redskin first down to pick up 15 yards. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by...
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Come on, set.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Topper, topper. Now.
Throwing after the interception. Perkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there, but maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run, when to get rid of the football and not take the sack, when to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Perkins steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Perkins. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Perkins. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10.
From the gun, Perkins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long,
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that.